It's the beginning of December. Weather's changeable. Some days it's frost, other days it's damp and cloudy. Not many chances to get to the allotment, but I've been there a few times. You remember a couple of weeks ago I foraged for the timber for the frames. And my regular subscribers will have seen the video I did on making an enviro frame. It's a cold day, I've got the fire on, I've cleared the bench, which is an old door by the way, covered in hardboard, and I'm now going to screw some supporting battens so I can remove the vertical bearers. I've made one or two changes from the last enviro frame. First thing is the thickness of the material is much more substantial. Hasn't cost me anything though. And because of this extra thickness, I've had to use a larger screw. Still drywall screws though. Size of the screw is 3.5 by 45 millimeters. Another piece of scrap wood is used to make a support into the end of the bearers, so I've got something to push the frame against. The biggest change in design is the use of wire caging to protect the cage from rats. Before we can strip the frame down for fixing the wire, we must first of course number each joint, so we put it back together exactly as it is. The frame is positioned into the jig and secured with screws, and then it's stripped down. The bearers are unscrewed. Stuck together and put away so we can put the fabric on. Load up the gun with staples and fire them through the fabric into the frame, and repeat down the long edges. Turn the frame over so that we can then gun the fabric from the other side onto the bearers. Pull the fabric tight and zap it with the gun. And then repeat the process on the middle bearer. I folded the bottom and the top edges over and staple that to the frame. And with a pair of scissors, trimmed the excess fabric neat and flush with the outside face of the frame. Frame positioned the other way up now onto the jig, and then I can then cut some infill bearers to bring the whole surface level. These bearers were then positioned into place. Pre-drilled, screwed into position, then the wire could would then be stapled onto the frame. The staples for the wire are larger than I use for the fabric. Excess mesh was then ground off with a mini tool, and it's best to wear protective eye glasses during this process. The frame was then lifted off, turned round, not over, round, and put back onto the jig. Where the fixing of the metal mesh was then repeated. It's been a busy 2 weeks. This video is a compilation of short clips of videos over the 2 weeks. Because it's been that busy, I've had other things to do, such as Christmas shopping, getting into the loft to get decorations down, putting those decorations up, Christmas fairs to attend, one where I had a stall and I had to sell books on it, sports events at the kids' school to watch them play. Another problem we had was our central heating went down, and we thought it was a breakdown, but it turned out to be a fault on the supply pipe in the village. We were the first to be attended to because it was our fault that brought it to the notice, but we still went 2 days without hot water and heating. The warmest place for those 2 days was in the shed. You can see that with the change of shirts I'm wearing. It's just not consistent. So this is a finished frame. It's much more substantial and heavier. One of the things that happened during the fortnight was I noticed one of my neighbours having fence post repairs, and that enabled me to salvage at least 3 posts for my allotment, and these I brought down there and carried to the plot. And another job I did on the plot was to plant some garlic, which went in with the autumn sown onions. I will raise this bed, I said this last time, when the onions are finished growing. The frost had made a mess of my lettuces, and I took them out and composted them, and took out the celery, and then completed composting that area with some compost I'd saved for that particular purpose. This is the celery which I took home, chopped up and made into soup. Well, that's the end of a busy fortnight. I don't know whether I'll get any more uploads from now till Christmas, but we'll see how it goes. But thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed it. And if we don't meet again, then I raise my can and say cheers, Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. And if you liked it, give it a thumbs up, and if you've not already subscribed, please do so. Bye.